virtually on the siren. He misses, but they don't miss out. Their day, their year, their joy.
Dogs fans, welcome to not only another episode of After the Dogs Roar for season 2016, but well, this is the final hurrah, the final episode of the show for season 2016, and probably the best of them all, because today I'm going to be looking back at the 2016 Grand Final, and yes, we won, we are the premiers, the first time since 1954. The drought has been broken. No one can bag us out for having such a long drought anymore because we've broken it. We now have our second premiership. It is just good times at the club. We've won the VFL, we've won the women's, and now we've won the AFL Grand Final. We are premiers for 2016. We're going to be premiers for the next 12 months. And I just can't wait to get stuck into the Grand Final review. Of course, coming up also is a full wrap-up of the Best and Fairest Award for season 2016. I'll reveal the winner and the final leaderboard later on in the show. And then to end the show, I'll be putting together a bit of a slideshow of the fan pictures from the big day on Saturday. So let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into looking back at one of the best days in the sporting calendar, and that is the AFL Grand Final. So of course on Saturday was the big day. Every team wants to be there, and we were lucky enough to get through the 3 weeks of the finals to be there on the last day of the football season. The 2016 AFL Grand Final, we're up against the Sydney Swans, who had a ripping start against the Cats last week and even the week before against the Crows, but that wasn't stopping us from winning this flag. The first quarter was an absolute beauty. It took about over 10 minutes for one of the sides to score the first goal of the game. That first goal came from the Sydney Swans. It just took over 10 minutes because the pressure, the intensity was just so unreal. Both teams were making some bloopers, making some turnovers. There were a bit of turnovers from us, but also the Swans as well. So it was a pretty even start to the quarter. They kicked the first goal, but we kicked the next two. Cordy was our first goal kicker of the game. He kicked the first goal for the Bulldogs in the Grand Final this year, and Dixon followed up to kick the second goal of the quarter, and we had a 2-0 to 1-2 lead over the Swans at quarter time. So it was a good start. We had the lead at quarter time, and obviously we passed that test of not letting the Swans kick the first 7 or so goals to basically end the game at quarter time. So that was good from our point of view, because obviously they've been lethal with that in the last couple of weeks. The second quarter was huge. Tom Boyd started off with the first goal of the second quarter with an absolute beauty from the boundary line. The Swans kicked the next goal through defender Smith, but Picken, well, he had a snap around the body and kicked his first goal of the game. He was outstanding in the second quarter. Josh Kennedy, he was becoming a problem in this first half. He was getting so many disposals, racking up a couple of goals and becoming a real problem. So that was someone we needed to stop in the second half. Towards the end of the quarter, it was about 10 seconds before the siren sounded. McLean reduced the margin to only 2 points, and we trailed by 2 points at half-time. 7-3 the Swans to the Dogs, 7-1. McLean kicked the goal, as I said, to reduce the margin down to 2 points. The second half was an absolute beauty. We made it our half. Dixon, just some of the highlights. The third quarter, Dixon kicked the first with his third goal to put us in front in the early stages of the third quarter. He was outstanding. Had 3 goals at the start of the third quarter. The fourth quarter though was the story. So many moments. Picken, after Lance Franklin's goal in the fourth term, he marked a beautiful mark. He marked the ball absolutely beautiful. just from behind, up in front. It was just fantastic. I knew someone needed to take a big mark, and he did that. He was outstanding. Stringer, he put his name on the goal sheet with his first goal of the game in the fourth quarter. Picken put us 7 points in front at one stage in the fourth quarter. Boyd kicked a third outside 50 after a beautiful tackle by another player on Lance Franklin, and then Picken put the nail in the coffin, didn't he? He kicked an absolute beautiful goal to put the nail in the coffin. McLean had the last shot, the last laugh. It was only a behind, but we didn't miss out on giving ourselves a Premiership Cup for the first time since 1954. The final score, the Sydney Swans 10-7, the Western Bulldogs 13-11. 89 in front of a crowd of just over 99,981 people. Absolutely outstanding at the MCG. I was watching it on TV, wasn't there, but the crowd, I could tell, was absolutely sensational. You could hear the crowd, and I had people like Brian Taylor, for example, saying that the arena, the Coliseum, I guess they call it, was just vibrating. So absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding crowd. A ripping game, one of the best grand finals we've seen in the last couple of years. And, well, for every Western Bulldogs supporter, this is just glory, isn't it? Happiness, tears. I tell you what, I'm still trying to get my head around it. I don't think it's sunk in for me just yet, but this is just an unreal feeling. Your team has won the grand final. I'll tell you what, it's lucky for me because I'm only 19. Hopefully I get to experience many more premierships to come right up until my old ages. But for those members who have supported the club for so long, for 40 odd years, more than that, this premiership's for you because you've waited so long for this and it's finally come. So congratulations, the Western Bulldogs, Premiers 2016. It's an unreal feeling. I cannot describe it. Let's go through the goal kickers. Tom Boyd, I tell you what, he's made his mark, hasn't he? He stuck it right up him, didn't he? A lot of people, the media, have been building him up, saying that he wasn't worth the money we pay for him, but he showed that on this day, on grand final day, by kicking 3 goals. Dixon was outstanding. He kicked 3. Liam Picken, he kicked 3. Cordy McLean, Smith and Stringer kicked singles each for the Dogs. And the best players, Jason Johannesson, Picken, Tom Boyd, McRae, Matthew Boyd, and Dalhouse, all getting in the best players, but the whole team was outstanding. Cordy was absolutely fantastic, and there was so many other players who made this premiership possible, not only on this day, but also in the previous games as well. And then you have a look at the Northern Smith. Well, this is how the votes lined up. Jason Johannesson, he won the Norm Smith. Kennedy was second, which was surprising, because I thought Tom Boyd was much better. He polled third, and then Liam Picken, he could have got the Norm Smith. I tipped him at the start actually to get the Norm Smith, and he could have got it. But Jason Johannesson, outstanding game from him. So, there you go. The Western Bulldogs Premiers for 2016. It's unreal. It's unreal. And look, the most unreal moment I think happened at the end of the game when Luke Beveridge received the Jock McHale medal. Gave it to Robert Murphy. Special moment. Nothing can describe that moment for me. It was a perfect, special, unbelievable moment. And to see Robert Murphy up there with Eastonwood holding that cup was just special. And the thing is, hopefully we do this again for him next year, because he deserves that premiership, to play in that premiership, and hopefully we do that for him next year and go back to back. That would be unbelievable. But we can't think about that at the moment, because we just have to enjoy this moment. The 2016 premiership, it's ours, members, fans, supporters, it's ours. We're the premiers of the AFL for 2016. Okay, Dogs fans, time now to get into my votes for the After the Dogs Roar Best and Fairest Award. These votes are from the Grand Final of 2016, the one that we won to make ourselves premiers of the AFL for 2016. I've given one vote to Liam Picken, outstanding game, 3 goals, 25 disposals, 12 kicks, 13 handballs, 3 marks, which included that ripping mark out the back in the midway stage of the fourth quarter. I tell you what, he had a great game. He's had some great games this year, and he deserves this 1 vote. So well done, Liam Picken. 2 votes. I've had to give 2 votes to Tom Boyd. He was sensational in this game. I think this was the best performance for him out of all the games he's played this year. This was the best one. he stuck it right up him, like I said before. And, 3 goals, 14 disposals, 10 kicks, 4 handballs, 8 marks. Absolutely sensational from the big man. I think from here now, we're going to see a real big gun forward in the making. We're going to see, I think next year, Tom Boyd have a standout year, maybe get in the top 5 of the Coleman medal, possibly even win the Coleman medal. He took it up to Buddy Franklin. He was better than Buddy Franklin on the day. And he's definitely worth every dollar we pay for him, because that's what people don't understand, and that's what the media and some of the media don't understand, is that when we got him in this $1 million deal or whatever, he was only young. He's still only young, and he's only going to get better from here. And I can't wait to see the best of him. This is the best of him today in the grand final. Yesterday in the grand final, but I think we're going to see much better. I think we're going to see him, get a Coleman medal, become one of the best forwards in the competition. I hope that's the case anyway. And then 3 votes. Well, it's obvious, isn't it? 3 votes to Jason Johannesson, Norm Smith. It would be absolutely ridiculous if I didn't give him the 3 votes. But seriously, he deserved that award. He was outstanding on the day. Had the highest disposals of the game for the Western Bulldogs in the grand final. Had the second highest disposals of the game in total out of any player. Kennedy had the most disposals of the game in the grand final, but he got 33 disposals, 25 kicks. He had 8 handballs and then 7 marks to go with it, 115 fantasy points. He was outstanding. He kicked 1 behind. He probably should have had a goal, probably should have kicked that goal, but he was outstanding. He was he's had an outstanding year, hasn't he? Injury during the season, was out for a large chunk of the season, and then came back against the Swans in round 16, I think it was, or round 15, and obviously kicked that winner to win us the game that day, and we really needed that win, didn't we? Because we'd lost by so much against the Cats the week before, or the couple of weeks before. So I tell you what, he was outstanding. So he gets the 3 votes for me in the After the Dogs Roar Best and Fairest Grand Final 2016. And let's have a look at the leaderboard for the final time. Haven't really shown the leaderboard to all you people often enough over the last couple of months, and that's on purpose, because I just wanted to make it exciting. But look, we all know the winner, Marcus Bonampelli. We saw a month ago that he was in front, and Matthew Boyd was probably the only one that could catch him. But no, he deserves this. 26 votes. In total, Matthew Boyd second best with 15 votes, Lockie Hunter in third with 13, level with Luke Dalehouse. Liam Pickens there on 12, Johannesson on 11, you have Jake Stringer with 8, Biggs on 7, Liberatore 6, level with Stevens and Daniel, Suckling on 5, Wallace, McRae, Smith on 4 votes, and then you have Clay Smith, Eastonwood, Josh Dunkley, Tory Dixon, and Tom Boyd all level on 3 votes, and then finally Honeychurch and Adams there on 2 votes. So Marcus Bonampelli, the winner of the 2016 After the Dogs Roar Best and Fairest Award. Congratulations to him. He's been a sensational player, especially in the back end of the season. It looked likely that Lockie Hunter was going to be the Best and Fairest award winner of After the Dogs Roar, but Marcus Bonampelli's been able to have a great end to the season and win this award by 11 votes. Well, that is it, eh? 2016 has come to a close. It's been a season full of highs and lows, some drama, some happiness, some sadness, some injuries. But in the end, what really counts is our remarkable win in the 2016 AFL Grand Final. It's the biggest accolade in our competition, and we have done it. We have done something remarkable, something that the majority of the AFL world didn't expect to happen, and that was the Western Bulldogs becoming premiers for 2016. It's been a remarkable year. I have to thank everyone for watching After the Dogs Roar, week in, week out. Look, I started this show way back in round 4 when we versed Colton, and to be truthful, I didn't expect to be sitting here today celebrating and presenting the 2016 AFL Grand Final. It's just been a magnificent year. I have to thank everyone for their support in season 2016 of this show. I have to thank Red WB, who has been a real big support. I believe Red WB shows the club this show each and every week, and they enjoy it from the things I've heard. So thank you very much to Red WB. Thank you very much to the Western Bulldogs Forum for the support, for the feedback, for the contribution to our segments such as the 5 fan questions. I thank you very much the Western Bulldogs Forum. They have been the biggest support of this show. And one man that I have to really thank, and this man has been outstanding for me and this show throughout the year, and that is Matty Lyons. What people might not know is that Matty Lyons actually approached me at the start of the season. He saw the Ultimate AFL show and thought that I could present a Western Bulldogs only show. So he approached me with the idea. You know, I produced it and put together the segments and stuff, but he's been the one behind the idea. And look, if he didn't approach me, I don't think I'd be sitting here doing this show. So I have to thank Matty Lyons. A real great load. It's just been fantastic, his support, and I have to thank him a real lot. So that is it for After the Dogs Roar for 2016. I hope to be back with this show next year. I tell you what, I'm going to miss presenting this show each and every week. I'm going to feel lost without it, but you know, the summer will go quick, and hopefully another season will be back next year. So until next time, I'm Jacob. We're going to sign off with the best photos, all the photos from Grand Final Day of 2016, from all the fans in the Western Bulldogs Forum. Here it is, the fan photos from the 2016 AFL Grand Final. Bye for now.
And you won't stop us now, no. The momentum's building up so. We only know one way to go, that's what we'll show. And this team was taking hold, as one will grow, that's how we roll. Step to the field with a bounce and it's on again. They bringing heat to compete and we wanting it. Lot of young pups fit endure for long in it. Mind to the task and the body stays strong in it. Pressure up and lock in that attack zone till they're stuck and lost within their actions. Build that reputation until that's known. We play anywhere like we played when we're back home. The inner west is great, a foundation. We be the next to say we're now chasing that silver cup to lift it up. We're down a pounce, go from dull house to full house and crowd it out. They want a piece, we brush them off like Jay Stringer, or evade like the bond you are facing. A team that never quits, man, we will never sit idle. If we get a chance, never will we let it slip. You won't stop us now, no. Momentum's building up so. We hunt in packs and come attack the contest in offense, we running that and take them on, move that ball with a slickness. Take the best option that's forward and kick 6 points on the board, won't savour it more. We play each possession, don't play to the score, and build a list that's deep enough to lead us up and keep us there. We play with flair but keep it tough. Mixed young and old, they question what our level is. Had the thirst for it, now got the right beverage, and we will take it to the best you are now to see. Just grant us a shot from the boundary. They might test, we keep faith and got trust. Need that composure, that's when the captain bobs up. But it's a team all in it together. Each one lays it out to be Bulldog forever. You won't stop us now, no. Momentum's building up so. You know one way to go, that's what we'll show. This team was taking hold, as one will grow, that's how we roll. You won't stop us now, no. Momentum's building up so. You know one way to go, that's what we'll show. This team was taking hold, as one will grow, that's how we roll.
That might be the night of the Western Bulldogs. They'll hang on the dogs. They're gonna hang on. One mistake now, Western Bulldogs fans. If it doesn't get you on the couch in a row, nothing will.
Astro mix.
So high. Woke up this morning from the strangest dream. I was
in the biggest army the world has ever seen. We were marching as one on the road to the Holy Grail. Started out seeking fortune and glory. It's a short song, but it's a hell of a story when you spend your lifetime trying to get your hands on the Holy Grail. But have you heard about the Great Crusade? We ran into millions and nobody got paid. Yeah, we raised 4 corners of the globe for the Holy Grail. All the locals scattered, they were hiding in the snow. We were so far from home, so how were we to know? There'd be nothing left to plunder when we stumbled on the Holy Grail. We were full of beans, but we were dying like flies. And those big black birds, they were circling in the sky. And you know what they say, yeah, nobody deserves to die. No, I've been searching for an easy way to escape the cold light of day. I've been high and I've been low, but I got nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else to go. I followed orders, God knows where I've been, but I woke up alone, all my wounds were clean. I'm still here, I'm still a fool for the Holy Grail. Yeah, I'm a fool for the Holy Grail.
There comes a time in a young girl's life when she first meets a man. There comes a time in a young girl's life when she becomes a woman.
Highway number 19, moon shining bright. She's been in my dreams